So once it is 10 minutes past 8, I will assume we don't have questions. Just have to start. Because I want to encourage us to always go over the previous class videos, if possible, before the subsequent classes. It will help us. So this is IT, and it requires devoting precious time if you want to become pro. That is the truth behind technology. People who does not give enough time, most time they are not pro. So IT require time. So please, just is a weekend class, so which means that you have Monday to Friday to always review your previous classes before we commence a new one. It will help us to be on the same page. So most of the topics we will be discussing, they are interconnected, just like relay race. So once you don't understand the first stage, the second stage becomes a bit difficult for you to understand. All right, so we have to start. So I want to officially welcome every one of us once again to this section. So just to recap, in the next 5 minutes on the aspects we dealt with yesterday night, before we dive into the plan for tonight's section. So yesterday, we actually started looking at our data wrangling, where I established the foundation of what data wrangling is all about as far data analysis is concerned. So I told them that data wrangling require a lot of processes. So there are certain operations you perform on a given data set that is recognized as data wrangling. For example, part of what we are going to, because we are going to look at the practical aspect of it in the course of today's analysis. You are given data to analyze, knowing fully well that you are not the one that computed the data. I told them yesterday that it is important as an analyst to take some time to understand the data, because doing so will help you to be able to draft your analysis questions, which will eventually lead to the insights you are expected to present to the stakeholder for decision making. So a data analyst who is not able to come up with very strong analysis question from the data set he or she is given, there is every possibility of he or she not also arriving at strong insights that can guide in making decisions. So these are things we need to understand as far as concerned. So that is what we mean by data wrangling. So it's more or less of the process of you gathering your data from different sources, and probably at some point changing the format to suit the model you want to use or the platform you want to use for your analysis. Talk about different platforms that can be used to analyze data yesterday. Mention Advanced Excel, mention Python as a programming language, mention R as another programming language, which can also be used to draw insights and identify trends, patterns, and outliers from a given data set, which helps stakeholders, CEOs, managers to make informed decisions. So it's not enough for you to have the technical skill. You need to also have the communication skills. Your ability to present your findings is very key as far as this field is concerned. That is the aspect of the soft skill that is required in this field, data analytics. So we were made to understand yesterday that sometimes the personnel or the individuals who put the data you are given together may have not captured your activities as an expert that is going to draw insight from the data. So there is every possibility of them structuring the data in an unstructured manner that can be passed into analytics, a model, or system. So when such a data set is given to you as an analyst that understand the tools and your objectives, then it becomes important that you re-engineer the data, you reorganize the data, you restructure the data. Now, please, Mr. Innocent, your video is distracting. So if it can be stable, we will appreciate that, or you turn it off. Thank you. So it requires you re-engineering the data, restructuring the data. At some point, you have to change the format. So all of this that I just mentioned falls under data wrangling. So when you are at the stage of data wrangling, actually, you have not started analysis. You have not started drawing insights. You have not also started identifying trends and patterns. What you are simply doing is what we call data prep. That is data preparation. And I said in this field, is unavoidable. You must always take 60 to 80% of your time to prepare your data. Because when the data is not properly prepared, that is cleaned, you are bound to present misleading statistics. And that is too expensive as far as this field is concerned. So you have to find a way of minimizing errors, if possible, to 0.1. Because whatever outputs you come up with is what will be guiding the organization to invest their billions in that business. So you have to be careful and you have to be at the top of your service. So this is not the time to assume. Instead, is the time for you to deploy all your expertise. So that is what data wrangling is all about. So the key takeaway here is that as data analysts, whenever we are given data, let us learn to deploy all our technical skill, depending on the tool you are using, to make sure that the data is perfected, is 100% what? Good for analysis. You have removed all the errors that need to be removed from the data before you proceed with your analysis. So that is what the whole of this aspect we are referring to as data wrangling is all about. Okay. Now, this section I've highlighted what exactly we want to achieve. So this comprises some of the things or all the aspects we discussed yesterday. For those that are joining for the very first time, like Mr. Innocent, I have sent you the link of yesterday's class. Go through it before the coming or the next class. There you will find how we went through this second step, that is how to get sample data from an open source known as Kaggle. So the video will help you to navigate through. But just to paraphrase, I said yesterday that there is a platform, or there are different platforms similar to this one we are considering. So the reason why I use Kaggle, it is because statistics have shown that is one of the best explored open source for or by data analysts and data scientists for assessing well-structured, well-documented data sets that were collected from live events across different sectors that a data analyst can actually use to practice. That is just the keyword, to practice. Because you are expected to practice with the real data set that is assumed to be given to you tomorrow. So you are not supposed to practice with you putting value together on your own. You are supposed to practice with real life scenario. And all the data you access through that platform, they are data that we have collected at the point of transaction or the occurrence of events. Now, we also talk about how to extract zip files. We did that. That is also in that video. That when you download data set from this platform called Kaggle, most of the data sets are zipped. So what we mean by zip files are compressed version of a file. So someone is trying to pass a particular data into or from point A to point B, but there is a constraint of exceeding the bandwidth or the volume of what can pass through at once. So in that case, that is where zipping, which means compressing it, comes in so that it can reduce the volume and then pass into the location. But when the receiver receives it, the receiver have to do something before he or she is able to access the real information, which we also capture in that section. You have to unzip it. And for you to unzip, there are computer softwares that are programmed to unzip zip files, such as WinRAR and the rest of them. But I told them that your window has default file extractor, so you don't need to. But there are some particular file that we have a prescribed this software that if it is not WinRAR, you cannot decrypt it. So if it's that case, all you need is to find a way to download it and use it for the purpose. So we also learned how to change data format from CSV. Sorry, this is supposed to be CSV. This is supposed to be CSV, which I told us that it's one of the most used file formats in this field of data analysis, particularly across all aspects, all libraries, or all framework. If you are thinking of SQL, SQL can read CSV. Excel can read CSV. Python is very much excited with what? CSV. So almost, let's say 90% of the applications or the tools we use in this field actually uses or can or has this particular file extension. Now, we want to also quickly look at, so what I want to start with is to start demonstrating some of these things that I outlined that could be referred to as data wrangling. which I said is simply preparing your data. Sometimes they can give you data that is not well structured. So how do you restructure it before you proceed with your analysis? So that is the first thing I am going to teach us tonight. So the first topic, in case you want to start writing, because I'll be switching to a data set I have also uploaded in the WhatsApp group that every one of us should download and save in their system. So I will assume that we all have this particular data. So the reason why I want us to work with some set of data together so that we can compare our findings and our results. So you will be able to know from your end if you are getting it or not. So let's start with Microsoft Excel data cleaning and restructuring techniques. Microsoft Excel data cleaning and restructuring techniques. Remember, the main topic is still data wrangling. So under data wrangling, we have sorted out the first step, which is what? Getting data from different sources. We have data already. So we are considering the second step, which says once you have gotten your data, the next thing is for you to examine it, whether it fits your analysis criteria. So if it doesn't, then you have to what? Restructure. So that is the reason why we are taking this. So I want to switch to my Excel. So this is the data set we are working with in this class. Now, as a data analyst, as an expert, when you are given data like this, the first thing is for you to study the data so that you can understand two things. I want you, if you are writing, you should be noting down some key points while the classes are going on. It will help you a lot. Don't just depend on watch video to grab everything. Now, I want to talk about two key things an analyst should always consider, particularly when he or she is given data to analyze using Microsoft Excel. The first thing is for you to understand how many features or how many headers or how many columns are in the data set you are given to analyze. That's the first thing. That's the first thing. Now, how do you check that? Technically, not by looking at it. Which skill do you need for you to be able to know to count exactly how many records are here? So I can simply come here if I want to find out. Now, the best practice is for you to have a dashboard. For you to have a dashboard. Now, what is a dashboard in this field? A dashboard is a dedicated interface just for communicating your findings. A dedicated interface which is different from where you have the data source. Now, what I'm saying is that it is not professional for me to perform the analysis I want to perform now and still output the result in this same sheet. It is not professional. You are supposed to have a different sheet, a different environment where you are collating all the insights you have derived from the data given to you. Now, it is from that interface you will now draw your conclusions, which will be presented to the stakeholder or the company that's hired you so that they can be guided in decision making. Don't forget that the whole essence of our existence as data analysts is to counsel business owners, to counsel CEOs, to counsel managers on how to go with decision making, to
give them insights, actionable insights that could lead them to making profits. So which means that whatever you are doing, at the end of it all, you have to come up with a comprehensive conclusion, which should constitute two things. One is compulsory, the other one is optional. The first thing you must present at the end of your analysis is what we call observations. Observation informs you and the stakeholder that you actually study and exploit the data for certain what reasons. So your observation is like, or they are the outcome. So in this case now, there is a task. Now this is a data analytics class. Now, the way you learn Excel, most of these things I'm going to teach us tonight, if I am training somebody for general consumption of Excel, there is a way I am going to teach the person, which is different from the way I am going to relate them to you tonight. Because I'll be picturing your office as a data analyst. So whatever I'm going to be doing, I will look at it from the angle of data analysis or data analyst. Now, what we are simply saying is that we have a task that is put on us. And what is the task? How many columns are in this data frame or in this data set? Yesterday, I explained the difference between data set and data what frame. I said they can actually be used interchangeably, but with different what perception. Watch that video, you will understand it better. Now, so I want to assume that this is my data sheet, and then to create another sheet, I will just come to where I have this plus sign. I want to believe we are all seeing it. So if for any reason you have question and there is something I'm explaining, you feel that before the end of the class, you must have forgotten. I told you there is a react or reaction button on your Zoom app, which once I see it, something like raising up hand, I will know that you want or you need my attention. Now, I don't know if you can see this plus. I believe you should be able to see it. So once you click on it, it is called Add Sheet button. So once you click on it, it will add another sheet. Now, we need to know how to rename our sheet. Now, the essence of renaming your sheet is for you to give a descriptive name that helps you to actually have an idea of what that sheet or the set of information that sheet is holding. Now, how do I rename my sheet? There are different ways you can rename your sheet, but the fastest among them is just by double-clicking on it. It will automatically highlight the default name, which is what? Sheet 1. So the next thing I am going to do is to type. Once I type, it's going to overwrite the current name. So I am going to name this as detail or analysis underscore sheet. So once I see it, I know what exactly I am achieving or what I did on that sheet. Now, coming back to my data sheet, and then this is my analysis or detail page where I'm going to be, displaying all the insights, whatever information that will help a company to make a informed decision. All of that will be displayed here. So at the end of my analysis, I will look at whatever I must have displayed here and put everything in writing, either with PowerPoint, through slide, or in Microsoft Word, through the pages. So you just look for any of the text editor and explain everything you must have done as your executive reports. that will be presented to the stakeholder. Now, in your analysis sheet, there is need for you to give it a title that when someone gets to this particular page or sheet, he or she automatically knows the objective of this worksheet. And that will take us to using word art tests. Word art test is another way you can write creative tests, design tests across Microsoft Office application, which include Word, include Excel, include what? PowerPoint. So it's not just Excel. So most of the features I'll be using here, if you are smart, you can go to Word and also deploy them. Now, I want to make use of word art. Why? Because I want it to be a graphic test. So I'll go to Insert tab and then go to where you have tests. Now, when you are working with Office application, always know that all this you are saying, file, home, insert, page layout, formula, data, review, view, head, they are like different rooms in which you can access a desired word command for solving a particular challenge you could be facing. Now, right now, we want to write a test. Then once you open any of these tabs, always know that each of the tabs are grouped into what? Different sections. For example, now we just open what? Insert. Now this insert has different groups or sections. The whole of this section is called tables. The whole of this section is called illustration. The whole of this section is called charts. The whole of this section is called sparklines. The whole of this section is called filters. The whole of this section is called links. The whole of this section is called text. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where what we are looking for is. We want to write a word art test, so you can see it here. Now, a word art test is just like pre-style tests by Microsoft Excel. Different test formats that you can use to type in a way that once you type, you automatically inherit some formatting. That is, you don't have to start, some color and some design, because some of them have already built in this. Now, as soon as I click on the word art as a link, it drops down these different options. Now, the collection of this option is referred to as word art gallery. Word art gallery. Now, which simply means that is the collection of word art symbols. Now, what do I mean by symbol? This is a symbol because if I deploy this very one, my write-up will appear the way this one has been programmed. If I deploy this one, my write-up will also appear the way this very one has been programmed. So it's not less for you to decide which of the word art symbol you want to exploit from the word art gallery. So for example, if I use this one, it's going to generate a text with a shadow. If I use this one, it's going to give me this appearance. So for example, I click on it, then it will insert a text editor or text editor. Let me use that word. Now, what we are saying is like a text frame where you are expected to impute your write-up. So what I'm going to simply do is to make sure that it's selected. Now, there are two ways you can select it actually. Now, you can see the selection I am using right now is called cursor selection. Cursor selection is when the icon is blinking, which tells me that if I punch any of the button on my keyboard, where that blinking icon is, that is where it's going to be. So you can see that I punch M on my keyboard and it added that M to what came as default, which is not right. Now, what you are supposed to do is to highlight the whole of this write-up that came as default so that when you type any word, it will automatically overwrite it. So I will type this sheet is analysis sheet. Or let me use a more descriptive word. Let's say insight reporting sheet. So this is where I'm reporting my insight. Now, in data analytics, presentation is very key. Presentation is very key. What do I mean by presentation? The appearance of your write-up, it matters a lot. You can, if you look at the insight reporting sheet, looking at the color of the sheet, background color, which is white, it is not really visible enough. It's not user-friendly. So I need to format it. And what do I mean by formatting? Formatting means improving the appearance of your entry. So there is need for me to improve the appearance of what I just typed. How do I improve it? That will automatically take us to some basic word formatting functions within Excel and even other Office applications. Now, how do I format word art text? So how do I format word art text? All I need to do is to click on the frame of that text. That is one option, or you highlight it like this. Now, if you select it this way, it means that you are recognizing it as an object. So once you have selected it, then automatically you are going to see shape formatting here as an option. Now, I want you to pay attention to this section. If I deselect this text, you will no longer find it. Let me take this zoom panel from here. Now, I want you to look at, right now, you are seeing shape format. If I click outside, if you check that section again, it's not there. So which means that that particular tab is associated with this text. So which means that until you select this text, you will not have what? This activated. So why is programmed this way? Is to make available the command for formatting this particular text. So out of the commands that are available, I am going to start with changing the text color. And where do I change the text color? Look at this section, word art style, word art style. From here, you come to text field. From text field, you choose a very catching color. Let's say this. Then, if I also want to change the outline means that green color that you can see around the write-up, the text, the letters. So how do I change it? You come to text outline, and then you can choose to use another color. You can see that as soon as I use red, then it makes it more visible. So all this I am teaching you is just for you to be able to have a good presentation of your findings. Because if you connect this to a projector and you are standing in front of the stakeholder, breaking down your insight, they should be able to see your metrics. And that's the reason why formatting is very important. So I want to pause and ask, let me get a feedback. I want to know if I'm communicating or not. If you have any question, please, somebody should unmute and respond. Let me know if you are following, if my sound is clear, or if everything I've explained is clear to you or not. Please let me know quickly.
Everything is clear on this side.
Any question, please? Any question? Please, I need a response before I proceed. At least one person.
No question.
Okay.
No question.
Mr. Alfred, are
No,
you?
no question. No question from
Okay,
him.
Mr. Odiari. Please,
No, I'm okay. There's
you
no
are following, sir.
question yet.
Somebody
No.
use the message and say, sir, I cannot hear you clearly. Is it now or before now? I need to know if you are still having issue of hearing me, sir. Okay, all is good here. Okay, before now. Thank you very much, sir. Right. All right, so let's quickly proceed. Now, another thing I want to actually do is to give the whole of this section where I have the meta or the header describing what I am doing with this sheet, a background color. Why do I want to do that? I discovered that all these grid lines, the lines, are actually distracting this write-up. So how do I silence all the grid lines just on that section? If I want to achieve it, all I need is just to highlight that section like this, and then exploit another tool. So I am going to go to Home tab, and then you will see this bucket icon, which represents what? Fill color. Fill color, which means that what? The background of a container. So if I click on the drop down here, so it brings out different color. So I need to calculate the color that will make the text to stand out. So let me start with black. So you can see how sharp, how focused the insight reporting is now. So this is about presentation. So I've achieved that. While you are doing that, you have to save. You have to save by pressing Ctrl S, or you go to File and update whatever you are doing by selecting Save. Okay, so what are we doing right now? We are designing our insight page. So the next thing I'm going to do is to describe the task, the question, the analysis question. Remember, what is a question? We are still on data wrangling, where you need to study your data, where you need to understand your data. And the question we were asked was, how many headers are in this particular data set? So we want to display the results in this sheet. So it is not just verbal results. It is a report that must be documented at the end of the report or analysis. And that is the reason why I want to capture it here. And I want to show us something. You see that you might have multiple, pay attention to this aspect now. You might have multiple sheets up to the point that you might not be seeing some here. So instead of you struggling to know which of the sheet you are trying to navigate from one sheet to another, let me show you a technique that can actually help you from any sheet you are. You can jump to any sheet you are targeting. So now I want a situation whereby when I'm on this sheet, I want a button that I could just click, and then it will take me straight to this. And then I will also create a button here that when I click on the button here, it takes me back so that it makes the job of switching from one sheet easier for me instead of me wasting my time locating the sheet here. So how do we go about that? It's called what? Linking between cells or linking worksheets in a cell. So what I'm going to do, I could just use a shape. So let me just go to Insert and create a button under shape. I can just create, let me just use this and put it somewhere here. Okay, then double tap it and type. Just double tap the shape so that it will allow you to write on it directly. So this one, I am naming this button as the name of the sheet that it will be targeting. so that each time I see this button, I know the sheet it should target. So I will name it exactly what I have there. We just name it analysis, or let's name it according to the description we have there, which is what? Insight. Insert sheet. Now, you might need to format it at some point. Formatting it means you want to make the write-up visible. You can come here to consider what color, but I want to use the black. And then you can go back to your home tab and bold it. From the home tab, you can also access this for changing the size of it. So you can change the size of it. Then you can increase this so that you can see it very well. So let me arrange it here. You can put it at the center of that shape. You can determine the alignment. So once that is done, the next thing is for us to link it. To link it, just select it, not like this, not with the cursor. Make sure that at the point of linking it, it is not text selection, it is object selection. Object selection means you simply click on the edge, and at that point, the cursor must stop blinking. Then once you have that type of selection, you can also drag this arrow to make it a curve. You just want to add that design, or you can drag this arrow to make it backward, a square shape. So let's leave it this. It's more user-friendly. So right-click on it, and then you will see what? Link. Once you right-click on it with object selection method, you will see link. So you click on the link, it will ask you, where is the particular sheet you want to connect this button to. Now, what is displaying now is file. Now, what I want is placed in this document. I am not connecting to external what? Domain. I am connecting within this document, which is the worksheet or workbook. So I have to move from here to what? To this. Once you are here, sir, you should be able to see all the name of the sheets you must have programmed. Now remember where we are targeting. We are targeting analysis sheet. So I'll just click on it and select OK. Now you update it by pressing or going to File and selecting Save. Once you have done that, let's hover on the tool now on the button. You will see the hand symbol, which means that this is no longer ordinary text. It is what? Hypertext. It is a link that can take you from where you are to a different location. So if I click on it now, automatically I am here. So from here, I can also watch now. This is the second time I am doing it. And this time around, I am going to download button from internet, because the one I did now, I created the shape from Excel so that you can also understand how to go about that. So I'll simply go to internet. I'll go to internet and then search for analysis. Or let's say, yes, analysis, because we have to use shapes that are related to the field of our practice. So now once you type this, you now go to image. You now go to image, so that because we are looking for pictures, you go to image. Now I want to use this because this represents, this has a way of passing a message as far as this field is concerned. So how do I download this? You right click on it and select Save Image As. Save Image As, and then you specify where exactly where you want to save it. So I've already created a folder for this particular class, and the folder is on desktop. So I'll click on desktop and then go to the folder. The folder is online data analytics training. So I'll make sure I'm inside the folder and then give it a name. So this is analysis icon, and then I click save. Now I go back to my Excel. So I want to bring in that shape here. I want to add it here. Now, the reason of adding it here is to always take me back to my data sheets. Okay, so I'm going to go to insert again. Then from insert, I will select shape. I can go to shape. I'll select picture. Then you specify where you want to get the picture from. Second, please. So where you want to get the picture from? The picture, is it from this device or online? So you select what? This device, so that it can take you to your system local storage. So from here, you know where you created the folder. Go to desktop, locate that folder, and then you find the icon here. So click on the icon and select insert. So you have it here. Now I want to make this icon a round shape, but I want to reduce it. You add the icon here, you will discover that it's distracting to an extent. So you just click on the icon under picture format. You come here and choose this. So you can see that what with this, you have blended what? The shape inside that background. So it's no longer distracting that much. So the next thing I'm going to do is to link it to my data sheet. So to do that, I'll quickly what? Right click on it, just like we just did now, and select what? Link as well. And then if it's probably prompts you here, you select here like I just showed us, and then you now pick the data sheet name and click OK. So now I will also update my record by going to File and selecting Save. Now let's confirm it whether it will actually connect us to the data sheet. So I click. So you can see that now you have buttons from both sheets that can link you up to between themselves. So I'm going to go for 10 minutes break, and then everybody should try. You have this data, open it on your Excel. What you are going to do for me is to implement what I have done. So I will allow us to share our screen. So I'll be moving from one person's screen to another just to be seeing what you are doing. So once I call your name, you share your screen so that I can see what you are doing. So that is for 10 minutes so that we can be on the same page. You can start now. So I want to stay on I believe we are all joining with a laptop. I want to stay on Mrs. Franca's screen at the moment. So Ms. Franca, share your screen. Quickly, 10 minutes for this exercise, please. Ms. Franca, share your screen. Others, you can be working. So once I call your name, you share your screen. So what you have to do for me, open that data set, create another sheet. Exactly what we have done so far, please. Create those linking buttons as well. Okay, Mrs. Franca, I'm on your screen now, so I'm watching. You have your data already. Okay. So for those of us that were not following, in case you did not understand what I've done so far, while we are on our screen, you can also be observing what she's doing. Make sure you are doing the same. After some time, I will ask you to share your screen as well.
Okay, Ms. Franca, you can unshare now. Let me see. I want to know what is going on with Mr. Innocent. Mr. Innocent, you can share your screen now. Ms. Franca, please, you kindly unshare your screen. I'm coming back to you. Let me give you, because I notice you are getting it. So let me check someone else to know what they are doing. Just unshare your screen, Mrs. Franca. Mr. Innocent, please kindly share your screen if you can hear me. Thank you very much, Mrs. Franca. Mr. Innocent, if Mr. Innocent, okay.
Yeah, you remember when we started, I told you I had problems.
Okay.
So you said I should fix that before the next class.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, but just make sure you are observing others, sir. Mrs. Mercy, please share your screen. Let me see what you are doing. This journey, we are in it together. You have to be, when I teach after some time, they will allow you to work. I don't want to assume that you will attend to the assignment, because at times you can tell me that you will do the assignment, but you will not do it. So I will be confirming some of the things right in the class. So let's be preparing for that. Okay, so Miss Mercy.
This is who I am.
Yes.
Oh, I should just start afresh.
Continue. Don't worry. Just continue. Once I notice you are getting it, I will switch to someone else's screen. Just continue. Okay. I hope Miss Franca is going on with her own work. I'm coming back to her to check the level of her progress. Okay. So, Mr. Alfred, get ready to share your screen. Okay.
Sorry.
So let me check what is happening with Mr. Alfred. Mrs. Mercy, please kindly share your screen. Okay. Mr. Alfred, please let me see what you are doing. Okay, so I'm coming on Mr. Alfred's screen now. Okay, Mr. Alfred, I've typed inside sheet. Good one. Love this. It shows we are moving forward. Okay, so let me quickly pan to Mr. Ifeanyi. So Mr. Alfred, continue your work. I'm coming back to you. This exercise is just for 10 minutes. Mr. Ifeanyi, please, can we see your screen? Quickly. Mr. Alfred, please share your screen. Thank you. Mr. Alfred, share your screen. Okay, Mr. Diary Ifeanyi. Okay, perfect. Mr. Ifeanyi, you are creating your button. Okay, you have also created your insight reporting sheet. Right. All right. Okay, let me go back to Mrs. Onye. Let me see what you have done so far. Okay, Mrs. Onye, please let me see what you have done. Mrs. Onye, please can I see what you have done? Hope she's still here. Okay, so if she's not ready, Mercy, please let me come back to your screen. Mercy, while I'm waiting for Mrs. Onye, please, can I come on your screen? Mr. If, okay, I'll check Mr. Ifeanyi. Mrs. Onye, can you hear me? Okay, so Miss Franca, we are on you now. Okay. Okay, insert reporting sheet. Okay, any challenge, please? Any challenge? Or everything is going well?
When I wanted to that is the test itself, there was somewhere you went under what earth after picking the shape. There was a place you went, or were you choosing different there is different shades here? There was something you said about making the test to be more that is for it to be more clear, more sharp and clear. Were you picking different tests?
Yes. No, is the coloring now.
Did you go to another place?
You have already given it the color. Then there was
I did it from.
Yes, from here.
I did it from home.
Not from here.
Not from what art.
Good, not from here. That is, you select the word art test and then under shape format. No, under shape format. Shape format. I can see it here. No, shape format.
Where?
Shape after help, after help, after help. The tabs. Home insert, formula.
Where?
Data. After head.
Insert.
No. After
okay.
head. Good. Yeah, go. Yeah, keep going. Click on draw now. Click on draw. Click on page layout. Click on formula.
Actually, click on what?
Please, madam, just take time to check through your tabs. There is a tab that is showing shape format. As you selected that word, that text, there is a tab. I hope you understand.
Okay, I've seen it.
Thank you. So it is from here.
Okay. I was trying to look for it.
Okay, thank you very much. So Mr. Alfred, you have a question?
Yeah. Yes, I had a network timeout while you were explaining how to remove the grid line inside the where a selected field. I had a network timeout, so I didn't really know how.
Let him share so that we can see what is. Or can I explain it with okay?
Okay.
Oh yeah, share your screen now quickly, sir. Share your screen. Let's see what you are saying exactly.
Okay. I don't know how to remove the grid line.
Your screen is coming up now. So I'm on your screen now.
Okay. I had a network timeout while you were explaining how to remove the grid lines inside this sheet.
Okay. So just click on the text. Click on okay. What we did was highlight the whole of that area. Now, just on share, let me just share my screen and just answer you to avoid wasting of time. Just on share. Let me just answer what we are saying.
Okay, let me on share.
Now, this is what we are saying. Let's assume Control D to duplicate the text. Let's say we have it like this. And I wanted to silence all these lines. Is that your question, sir?
Yes.
Now, what I did was to highlight the whole of that area, not the text itself. You highlight on the Excel sheets. You cover the whole of that area. After that, you now go to your home, and then you see this field color bucket. Then you choose the color you want. Have I answered your question, sir?
No, it's how to remove the grid lines inside the selected area. Because I tried removing the grid line and it removed everything on the Excel sheet.
That is what I'm telling you now, sir. Are you still seeing the grid line on this area that I'm highlighting?
No, there's no grid line there.
We have sorted that now. Or is that not your question?
Okay. Yeah, it is.
Because if you go, listen to me. Because if you go to view now, and turn off this, you have automatically removed the entire grid lines. But I only wanted to silence the grid line within the area. Is that clear, sir?
Very.
All right. Thank you very much. So our 10 minutes is running out. So make sure you're almost there. So let me go on the, let me just check what is happening with Mr. Okay, Mrs. Mercy, please share your screen quickly, quickly. Let's see what is happening with you. Has anybody completed
Hello,
the task?
sir, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm just trying to insert this thing from the online image.
Okay, okay. Now, but your test, your insight reporting is not centralized. Bring it to the center of the box and increase the size a little.
Okay, boss.
Click on it. Click. How did you type it? You did not use word that test, man. You see how I have catch you now? You did not use word that test.
I didn't use.
You are
this
supposed
one,
to
no.
use word that test. This is not the method you are supposed to
It
write
was.
it. Clear it. I want to confirm if you know what I did. Now go to insert, click on insert tab after home. Now go to where you have that test area, the last one, good, click. Then select word that test. Then pick one of them, pick anyone. Now type that same test. Type that same test, insert, quickly.
I did, but my problem was I was trying to bring it to the end, that is to the extreme, but it's not coming. It wasn't coming.
So you decided to hide. No problem. No matter how. I've been in this jungle before you. I know all the 30 that is. Now look up. Take it first. Carry it and place it on top of that black field area. Pick it from the borderline. Yeah, good. Yeah, take it up. Hold it down. Move. Move.
I'm there.
Drop it there.
But why did it not come before? Initially, I tried it. It wasn't going.
Don't worry.
Okay, I'm here, sir.
You have learned that now.
So what do I do again?
Continue. It's smart. The right top is smart already. You don't have to change the color. It's not compulsory to change the color.
Okay.
It's smart like this. Okay.
Okay.
Now go ahead with other steps. Go and get your shape.
Okay, sir. But I use the same thing, or I should use anything I like?
Anyone, provided is an icon that is representing data analysis.
Okay.
Select this one that the one that have that graph. Okay, yeah, go ahead. You choose anyone. Choose anyone quickly.
This one. This one, boss.
There was one that I liked before. Anyone, you are just practicing. Choose that one that have that bar chart. The one that have that's good.
This one. Okay, this bar chart.
Yes.
This one.
Where is it? I can't see your icon. Where is the one you selected?
This one that has the bar chart.
Okay, oh yeah, go ahead. Make sure you take note of where you are saving it so that you will not spend time looking for it.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll soon come back to Mrs. Onye. So let me just see how Mercy will be able to insert the icon here. No. Go back to Excel. Go back to Excel, Miss Mercy. Go back to Excel.
Okay,
the particular sheet where you want to add that icon. Go back to that sheet. Now,
I'm there.
now click on insert. Click on insert. Make sure you are taking note of the step. Then click on illustration. Click on illustration. Expand it. There you will see picture.
Okay. Picture.
Click on it. You select this PC.
Okay.
This is good. Now navigate to desktop. I notice you kept it in desktop. Now, where is the icon? Did you name it? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so it's here now. This is not a good icon. This is not the one I was referring to, but just continue. You can change it.
Okay, I will still work.
That one that
later.
have graph that shows that the business is progressing.
Okay.
Now, when you are reducing your icon, good. You reduce both on the vertical and the horizontal so that you not deform it.
Okay, boss.
Okay, now hold on. Now go to where you have those frames, where you have those three boxes. Okay. There is a drop down there. Click on it. No. Where are you now? No.
Okay. Yeah.
Go back to the sheet you were before. Good. Now, where you have picture style, now, okay, could it be my network? Select that shape again. Okay. Select that icon again so that we can access it. Click on it.
Okay.
Now you can see picture style. Now drop it. Good. Now select that one that we silent. Good. Something like this. Click on it.
No, this one is sharp. I think this is better.
Now expand the height. Expand the height a little.
After selecting, Abby,
go back to the object. Use the node. Click on it. Stretch it up a little. Stretch it up. All right. Okay, it's okay. Now, link. Right click on it quickly. Our 10 minutes has elapsed. Let's quickly be.
Sorry.
Good. All right. Now click on place in this document. No, you can't get it here.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah.
Good. Now identify the sheet name. Yes. Click OK.
Okay.
Now go to file and select save. Go to file and select save to commit the changes.
Okay.
Select save.
Yeah, right. Saved it. Yes, sir.
Now click on it.
Wow. Yes, I just clicked on it.
Perfect. So good.
This is
now you are going to create another icon here. You follow the same process that will connect to the analysis sheet. So practice that one while I switch to the next person. Mrs. Onye, please let me know what you have done so far. You cannot share your screen now. I guess you have linked. Okay, so let's apply that that soft edge. Select the icon, Mrs. Onye. Select the icon. Now, click on picture. Have you selected the icon? Okay, click on picture format. There is a header showing picture format. Click on it. Picture format. Picture format. No, the last one. The last one. I don't know why you don't listen.
I have linked it though.
Oh, sorry. Maybe it's my network. Maybe I'm a little bit behind your speed. Okay, now click on that drop down under picture style. Let's add the soft edge. Good. All right. Now click on that cycle. I just want it to blend in the background. No. The other one. No, the other one. Not that one. The cycle. Down. The last. Up. The next one up from the one you. No, good. Click. Good. Perfect. Now, link now. Right click on it. Right click. Let's go ahead with the linking.
I have linked it.
Click on it. Let me see whether it's connecting. Perfect. Click on this one as well.
It has connected.
Yeah, click on this one as well.
It has connected.
Thank you. So, Mr. Ifeanyi Odiare, let me just confirm before I proceed now. And I believe that Mr. Alfred must have also achieved the same thing. So I'll just have to, our 10 minutes has elapsed, so we need to move forward. Mr. Ifeanyi, quickly share your screen. Let me see. I guess you must have also completed yours. Okay, Mr. Ifeanyi, oh yeah, click. Mr. Ifeanyi, have you successfully linked? Oh yeah, click. Please, can you talk? Okay, all right. So also confirm this one, confirm this. Where is it? Where is the icon again? The one here, the one linking us to your detailed sheet. Mr. Innocent, I hope you are still here and I believe you are observing because you submit your own as an assignment before the next class.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Mr. Ifeanyi, I don't know why he's selecting. Okay, you are just linking now. Okay. Just linking here. So just a brief advert for the sake of those that are just joining for the first time. The platform that is offering this training is called Digital Z Hub. Digital Z Hub, rather. It's a platform that is made up of different professionals coordinated by me to offer technological training. So we have different programs we offer on this platform. One of them is the one you are currently obtaining now, which is data analysis. We can also offer cyber security is very much available on this platform. Website development, programming, and mobile application development, AutoCAD for engineering drawing, Revit, and so many other ones, say 50. There are so many programs we offer on this platform. So I'm not the only instructor here. There are other instructors, but I am the chief analyst or data scientist on this platform. Thank you. So let's assume that everybody we are on the same page. Can we proceed now? Can we proceed? Can we proceed? So in case you want to reach out to this platform, you want to enroll for any of our master classes, you can simply WhatsApp 070-6966-5919. 070-6966-5919, or you can as well visit